What is up, guys? We are in the final month of the write-off year that is 2020. And Sony has given us 3 games that are both playable on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. This is Matt with Hanley Gaming, and these are the free PlayStation Plus games for December 2020. Let's first look at Rocket Arena. Now, this game came out only 5 months ago, in the middle of July, and it was developed by Final Strike Games and published by EA. Now, this game is a bit interesting, and not necessarily in a good way. It is a 3v3, third-person, online-only shooter. Nobody dies in this game, you just get KO'd. So I'd sort of describe the gameplay sort of like Super Smash Bros. With guns. You deal damage until their damage bar is full, and then if you hit them, they fly off the stage, and if their damage bar is full, then they're more likely to be knocked out, and then they're brought back into the arena to do more fighting. There are a few game modes. It's hard to get a feel for all of them unless you play this game a lot, because it's all random. You can't really choose, just say play now, and then, it throws you into a match. Now, if you play a casual match, then it's against computer opponents. It's not online against other players until you go into competitive. When you're in competitive, then it's against other players. Now, with casual, you're teamed up with bots and you're against bots, and they are very stupid. The AI is set really low, so it doesn't really prepare you to play against real players once you go to competitive. It's a big jump in difficulty because it's other players like you, and the AI is very stupid. So yeah, there's that to look forward to after you do a few matches and unlock the competitive matches. And a problem I had with competitive was shooting opponents when they're jumping and stuff. It's hard to do. It's different. The aiming is different. The controls don't really feel fluid. For a paid title, this game feels really bad. EA is normally hit or miss, and this one I feel is a big miss. It didn't have any marketing that I can remember. I've never heard of this game until this month, and playing it, I don't find it very fun. This game was a bit of a letdown for me, and I am not going to continue playing this game. It doesn't feel right to me. There's quite a few characters to choose from, and all their abilities are different, but the gameplay isn't enough to keep me really engaged. I was looking through the store, and oh my god, it looks just like a mobile game, a free-to-play mobile game. So people that bought this game, they then go to the store to look at cosmetics and stuff, and it's, buy rocket fuel, that's their in-game currency. And it's all the way up to like over $130 for not even a lot, it doesn't seem like. So again, it looks like a free-to-play mobile game with the microtransactions. The gameplay isn't very engaging. It's very basic, and I just don't find the gameplay fun. I am glad I didn't buy this game when it came out, and I can see why it's now free, 5 months into its lifespan, because there wasn't much player base apparently, because the game isn't that good, and it is not good enough to be a paid game, and there are so many microtransactions, it's unbelievable. Next up is Worms Rumble. Now, this game is also new to 2020, and it was made by Team 17. Now, this game is a bit different than its predecessors. It is available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, and it is a cross-platform game. Each round is up to 32 players, and what is different about its from its predecessors is every round is in real time. So when you start shooting at your enemies, they're shooting right back, and you're running around the stage, picking up weapons and shooting at each other, instead of turn-based rounds like before where you move and shoot, and then your opponent moves and shoots. This is all real time, and there's 3 different game modes. That is it. There's the deathmatch, and there's Last Worm Standing Solo, and Squad, which are battle royale modes. And there's also a lot of customization you can do, both to your weapons and to your worms. You can change the voice, you can change the look, you can add different clothing and stuff that you unlock as you level up. And you level up through playing the game. Now there's also different things that you can change with the announcer as well. There's different voices and stuff you can do for the announcer, and there's a lot that you can customize, which is nice. The only downfall for this game, I find, is there are only three different game modes, and it is online only. This game will be fully supported and will receive some content updates. So they'll be getting new arenas, new customization options, and some more stuff. They haven't really said what else they'll be bringing in, but it is sort of fun, but the experience kind of gets old kind of fast. It is very fast paced, and it isn't the easiest game to get used to. I thankfully didn't come in last place in any of the matches I played in, but again, it is very fast paced. You have to be very patient with this game, and I don't find enough with just 3 game modes to really come back to once you've played it a few times. Now, last but not least, actually this game I would say is the best out of the 3, is Just Cause 4. Now, one thing I will say about Just Cause 4 before I jump into this review is I like Just Cause 3 a bit better, just because they gave you detonating bombs that you could plant on your enemies or on structures to blow them up. This one, sadly, they were taken out. So Just Cause 4 came out December of 2018, and it is a AAA title developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Square Enix. Now, your goal in this game is to amass an army, and you have to take down the Black Hand, which is the opposing force. With the way that this game is, it's a lot different than the third one. In the third one, you would liberate towns by destroying the entire list, which would give you control of that region. In this game, you do the same thing. You destroy stuff to sort of fill a meter. When you fill that meter, you get more troops that you can deploy. So you're sort of making the population join the rebels by, I guess, impressing them with how much destruction you can cause. It's kind of weird, but that's how the game works. So you do that, and you do side missions to gain XP, to unlock more items, like different weapons and vehicles that you can have dropped for you, and you complete different feats and stuff to unlock different skins for your parachute and wingsuit, and you complete different side quests, and there's a lot of side quests. You complete those to get upgrades for your tether and stuff like that. Even the tether works different in this game. You can get very creative with the damage you can cause. You can go out, with a grenade launcher and assault rifle and just blow stuff up that way, or you can tether things together and make them smash into each other, or put tethers that have rocket boosters and knock them over, make them go flying with the rocket boosters, or put a bunch of tethers that have balloons on things and make them float in the air. Then the balloons pop, they fall and blow up. I've had gunfights where I tether a bunch of people together and tether them all to a vehicle, and have the vehicle have tethers with balloons, and then it lifts up in the air, lifting everybody up in the air with it, and then the balloons pop and everybody falls, car falls and blows up. And there's so many different ways you can kill on this game. It is unbelievable. Half of the fun is just thinking of ways that you can creatively destroy the environment. Well, not the environment, but the chaos items, I think they call them, where there's oil tankers and radio towers and antennas and stuff. They're all red and white. So when you go to enemy areas and there's things that are red and white, those are the items you can destroy. And it's not as easy as the last one, where you can just jump up to it, plant your explosives, and then zip line off and then blow it up. You have to be a bit more creative in this one, and in a way I miss the explosives, but in other ways they did make it too easy at sometimes. And this game, it's changed it enough to make it interesting. It's just not like, oh, it's more missions for the third one. It is a different game. And for melee attacks, it's not just hitting them with your gun like it was in the last one. This one, you actually get your, I'm guessing it's your tether, and you whip it at them. So, that normally takes people out in 1 or 2 hits, which is pretty good too. A lot of the moves from the original are in there, so you can zipline to people and kick them. You still have your parachute and wingsuit, which is great. And you know, the different tethering types is interesting as well. And you know, I can shoot 10 tethers at people at a time, so I can tether a whole bunch of people together and they'll fly together, and either like there's like a concussive blast, or again the balloons, or the rocket boosters. I've also tethered a bunch of people to one vehicle instead of to each other. I tethered them all to one vehicle, and then I lifted the vehicle up in the air with balloons, and I put one rocket booster on the vehicle. So when I turn the rocket booster on, the vehicle starts spinning, and all the people connected to it start spinning as well with the car, and it was pretty good. And then I released the tethers, and everybody went flying. So you know, it's pretty good. And you know, considering this game is not really linear, other than the main story missions, it is very open to just finding ways to be creative and just cause chaos. And you know, this game is actually very big. The last game was about 400 square miles, and this one is almost 1100 square miles. And you know, there's a lot to do inside the map, where Just Cause 3 there was, you know, a couple side missions in a few areas. This one has a lot of side missions, and you can see them all on the map. And you know, while this game is fun, it does start to get old after a while if you're not doing the missions and you just want to do, you know, a bunch of destruction and stuff. It does start to get old, but there's also a bunch of side stuff to do that keeps it interesting. Is it the best open world game? No, but it is a fun game, and I think it is the best game that was released this month for PlayStation Plus. So if you liked that video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Have you played any of these games? Are you planning on playing any of them? And if you have played them, do you like them? Do you agree with me or disagree with me on my stance on these games? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.